Hello, everyone. It's the Sky Priestess. Hopefully, this works. Hopefully. Let's see how this goes. So, welcome to Hello Neighbor. I believe we are on episode 19 at this time. And this time around, since I now have a place to live, yay, I could give you a little bit of advance notice. So hopefully I'll be able to do this more so in the future, and you'll be able to catch me live. So I'm just going to check on my laptop now to see if this is actually working. I see some of you have joined. Okay, I'm expecting more people because a couple of you were already like, yes, I'm getting on this. So let's give a little bit of time for everyone to join. And like I said, this is Hello Neighbor 19. Oh, here we say hello to Margaret Holford. Who else is about? Come on, people, right in. Let me know who's watching. Okay. Queen Star Sophia says hi. Hello. Crystalline Crow says hello from Seattle. Love the advance notice. I set an alarm. Oh, bless. Thank you. Hello, Steve. Hello, Ohenenana. Hello, Ashley. Who else is about? Oh, hi, Jesse. Hi, Paul. Paul, why do you what is it with you and my hair? Okay, hi, Gina. You can catch the replay. Hello, Taylor. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Jolene. Which other neighbors are on board today? Who else do we have? Oh, hi, Emily. Hi, Jolene. Oh, I've already said that. Jolene gets 2 highs. So let's get everyone a minute before we get into some stuff. Oh, Naomi Seedbug. I haven't seen that name in a while. Hello, Naomi. Let's see. Who else do we have? We've got Candy. Hello, Candy. Hello, Patrice. Hello, Chiron. Okay. Crystalline Crow says, love to see your sweet smile. You seem in good spirits. It is the morning and I am awake. Hello, N Black. Hello, fam. I was thinking about you guys. I hope everybody's well. Okay. Oh, here we go. Hello, Batwoman of Gotham. No, legit, this woman lives in a place like that was based on the Gotham that eventually inspired Batman, and she does good work. All right. Oh, Erin says hello. Oh, Henenana says yes, the advance notice is such a good idea. It works when you have a place to live. Vivi says hello, Dr. B. Hello, Doctor. Good morning to everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good middle of the night to some of you. So thank you all for coming. So let me give you a quick update on what's been happening. Oh, hello, Tony. Let me give you all a quick update on what's been happening with me and, just what I've been up to. So Tony says, oh my God, I made it in time. It's evening here. Yes, you did. We've basically just been saying hellos. So I finally got a place to live, and that's good. But I've been running around doing the job that the estate agent should have done because apparently the guy keeled over with anxiety. So I have to deal with an attic full of rats, air conditioning that doesn't work. Little bits and pieces all over the house that really should have been dealt with before we got in. So we're doing that piecemeal, bit by bit. I am learning much more about home ownership and property management that I ever thought I would ever need to or want to know. But I trust the divine. I'm sure there's a use for it. And so I've been dealing with those things and trying not to be too exhausted and trying to pace myself, which is why I haven't been doing this in a while. Of course, I have sent out recently Tier 23 materials, but just wanted to give you, the distilled account of what's going on today. And also just to check back in, say hello to everyone, and so on and so forth. So that's what's been happening. I've been super busy with that. It has not been easy at all. And on top of that, there are very few times that you're going to find me super angry, but yesterday I nearly lobbed someone's head off because the cleaners that they brought in the second time around, because the first time they did a shitty job, left soap on the floor and one of the cats ate it. So we had to rush her to the vet, and I basically just said, "Look, anything happens to that child, you guys, this, someone's head's gonna roll." So I had to deal with that tension yesterday. So it's not been an easy time, but at the very least, we're working towards finding a more secure space to be for some time. So that's been what I've been doing. So let's see who else has come on since I've been talking about this. Okay. Anthony says, hello. Black God says, I was getting bored of the debate. I watched the SNL debate with Jim Carrey and Alec Baldwin. I think I'll stick with that. It's probably closer to some measure of truth. Rajat Tukrel says, good morning, beautiful. Right back at you, my friend. Deborah Pate does this. Matt Titan says, peace. And Black says, we've missed you. Oh, thank you. Freya says, when I moved back home, there were rats. I was able to get rid of them without killing them. That's the approach that we're taking. Thank you. It was funny because I heard these, like both of us, we heard these things running on the ceiling, and I'm like, what the heck is that? What's going on? And the cats are like, meow, meow, meow. So, then I called in a roofing specialist, and he's like, hey, you got rats. I'm like, oh my God. But if you didn't know what it was, given all the weirdness that has happened to us, I was actually praying, let it be a rat, let it be a rat. I don't need any more supernatural bullshit. Let it just be a rat. So, comparatively, these are annoyances, but they're not dangerous per se, except what happened with Kitty. But she is okay. She's on a probiotic food diet, which she absolutely hates, but she's okay. Fana says, hi, Dr. B. Joyous Day 6. Greetings. Crystalline Crow says, oh my gosh, so glad Kitty is okay. I assume Kitty is okay. She is. She just hates her probiotic food. Cecily says, so happy to have an opportunity to watch you live. Thank you for all you do. Most welcome. Freya says, I was so scared, but I overcame it. Well done dealing with the rats yourself. Unfortunately, they're caught in a space that we can't get to, so we've got to rely on the roofers to go and do it. Light Riot says, hi. Justina says, great evening, first timer, and it's so nice to catch you live. You're awesome. Thank you. I do my best. Sharon says, hello. Jasmine says, I wish you peace and comfort in your home. It will be once I sort everything out. You know how exciting it is to have an address when you've not had an address for a long time? I have literally, for various reasons, been on the move probably since I finished my PhD, and I've never really had, and that was like 2012. I have not really felt like I was secure in a place where I could say, this is my address. So this is a big deal for me. I am like, I get to order a sofa. Of course, I look for the biggest discounts. We have shops that offer like 70% discounts on things. But I just feel so good that I actually have an address now. It's been a long time since I could say that. But yeah, that's just what's been going on with me. Enough about that. But I wanted to get into what's been happening. Obviously, I've been keeping an eye on what's been happening in the news. Yes, let us just say that there's a lot. Yeah, there's always a lot going on, but what's been coming to the fore in the past week has just been pretty weird. In Malaysia, where I am currently, and where I am currently, there's a second wave of coronavirus. So, we were having stuff like maybe four cases a day nationally, and then suddenly it jumped to 100, and then suddenly it jumped to 290, and then suddenly it jumped to 600 cases a day. It's definitely a second wave. So we've also had to be rushing and moving through and making sure that we have supplies, because we have an empty larder filled with mold, by the way. And we've got to go sort that out and then put the food in and be safe before that second wave hits. And of course, cat food and whatnot. Thank you. I'm getting congratulations on the home. Thank you. I am doing my best. Okay, and 305 Cap says, hello, everyone. Hello again. So, yeah, in terms of what's happening, I was doing my tier 23, and literally I was like, oh my God, it just feels so overwhelming. But Spirit finally let me look at it on the day Pluto stationed direct, which was October 4th. And when that happened, a message I got, I really didn't like. I was like, oh dear God, is this the message? Really? 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 And of course it was. And effectively, what we're going to be seeing over the next few months as a whole is a deep journey into the underworld. And try not to groan and die. I know it feels like we've been it for a couple of years now, but these next few months, as we close out 2020, is going to be more of that deep dive, and there's for several reasons. One, of course, we have Mercury retrograde that's about to start on the 14th of October, and that's going to be in Scorpio and Libra. Of course, we're going to have the Sun moving through Scorpio, and of course, we're going to be having Venus moving through Scorpio. So, Scorpio season is kind of really extended this year. And only around December 15th or so, depending on which time zone you take, do we actually see Venus leaving. So this is going to be a long, long, long phase, a long journey into shadow. And this particular wave of it for me kicked off 4 days ago when Pluto stationed direct. Because I, like everybody else, was like, please, please, end of retrograde. Come on, give me a break now. We're exhausted. We're so tired. I'm in so much pain. And no, of course, that didn't happen. Just more work. But I am using the energy of Venus in Virgo to really take care of business as best I can. But generally speaking, over the next couple of months, it is literally about taking care of business. Look at the details around you in your life. Remember, I don't normally swear, but that horrible, horrible Therios, the hunter stalker, will be moving into Virgo on Halloween, at least for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, on October the 31st. It's going to be moving into Virgo. That signals the start of a 5-year transit. Therios will be back in Leo for a bit in 2021 as well. But it's going to be moving into Virgo, and it means we need to take care of our environment. So as hard as this is right now, because me and my brother, we've been on the road for so long, we just wanted to come and do this. Bleh. That's what we wanted to do. We just wanted to veg, but that's not happened. But it's all of this is good that it's happening now, and we're figuring out the issues now before that Therios transit hits. And of course, this year we're also going to be seeing the full moon in Taurus, conjunct Uranus on October the 31st, which is the same day that Therios enters Virgo. So that's the energy of what's going to be coming through. So this is the kind of stuff that's going to be really, and at that point, we're going to be really in the depths of that shadow. And of course, there's going to be an emergence. We're going to start seeing ourselves coming out and being more able to commit to those decisions, commit to the cleaning, the purification, the looking at the fine details that we've been working through, and, building a life that is more receptive to the energies of what will be entering come December 2020, which is Saturn and Jupiter conjunct in Aquarius, close to the solstice, and also in conjunct Aries and Virgo. So whatever I'm doing right now is exactly what we need to be preparing for. We need to be looking at our homes. We need to be looking at our bodies. We need to be looking at the physical health of the environment around us. Is there stagnant water around you? Get your feng shui done. Check the mold in your home. Replace the pipes if you need to. See if your roof has rats. These are the physical manifestations and channels through which Therios may try to cause us trouble. Especially if you've got kids or small animals in the home, maybe try switching out things that are more environmentally friendly, maybe, stuff that uses less harsh chemicals. If you can afford it, get dehumidifiers and air purifiers in your home. And essential oils are good, but it really depends on whether or not you have kids, pets, and people who are immunologically compromised. So, those kinds of things. Invest in a water filter. Put elite noble shungite in the water filter so that you have the best quality water that you can have. These are the practical things that you need to do. And you might ask yourself, but how is this spiritual? Everything's spiritual. You pooping is a spiritual act. You singing is a spiritual act. The bird flying in the sky is a spiritual act, because everything has spirit in it. So it's the kind of energy where you've got to take care of the details around you and in your own body so that you can actually be in alignment to get all of that good stuff that Saturn and Jupiter is going to get when it reaches Aquarius. If the physical vessel isn't ready and isn't fine tuned to do the job, you're going to have a heck of a time when the energy is actually going to be ready to rush through. Hence the underworld period, hence the shadow period, hence the going back into the details, digging it out, pulling it out by its guts, and fixing what needs to be fixed. So that's why this phase is happening. For me, at the very least, it's already all of these opportunities of change have certainly been coming out with Venus and Virgo. And it's not just about your homes and that kind of thing, it's also about your body. Get into the habit of taking a probiotic, maybe whether it's functional medicine or whether it's TCM or whatever type of system you use, get your body checked out and take it seriously. This is an important time for health. And when we're having a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, especially look at the health of basically your lower bits, your lower back, your bowels, your prostate, testes, ovaries, whatever. Look at the health of those areas and parts of your body. Do not take it lightly. You know, people who are working with TCM may want to focus especially around the bladder meridian and issues that are associated with its balance or imbalance. So these are the kinds of energies which I would say need to come through and need to, you know, to that all of us need to be working on. And if you've already been doing it, don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Life is a process of constant maintenance. There is never going to be a point where I've done this, I'm just going to sit down now. No, that means you're dead. So you're always going to have something to do. You're always going to have to take care of something. This is the phase of the focus that you need to have your eyes set on. Because if you don't do this, you're going to go, why is the energy so bad? I'm overwhelmed. I'm swimming, the intensity, the drama, and you're not going to get anything done. So you might as well manage it before it becomes an issue. So here's a couple of really good and really important tips and techniques that I want you to think about, especially if you have kids, because kids, pets, they're extraordinarily sensitive. So, if you have difficulty sleeping in a room, don't just go, oh, well, it's just because I can't sleep. Try a different room, or if you can't change rooms, try a different direction to place your head when you sleep. These little details add up and make a tremendous difference in your life, you know? So these are the kinds of things that you might think it's a small thing, but it's the butterfly effect. A little change in one space can actually go create a much larger change in a space where you're not even thinking about. Now, for those of you who want, well, what mantras do I need? What spiritual practices do I need? How can it just be about the ins and out and daily bits of life? Well, that's simple. Look, if you're hungry, you're not going to sit and meditate for food. No one I know, can sit, meditate, visualize, and suddenly manifest, I don't know, rice or whatever in their belly. No one I know can do that. No one I know who's living on this planet right now. There might be somebody in the Himalayas or somewhere, but no one that I personally know is able to manifest it. So if you're hungry, you got to eat. If you are thirsty, you got to drink. So these physical actions are actually, in their own way, a consolidated way of effecting change also in a spiritual dimension. It goes both ways. It's not just, oh, this is matter and that's spirit. That distinction is ridiculous. So I also want you to think about maybe sprucing up your home a little bit. You don't have to spend too much money on it. Maybe again, get the feng shui checked out. Look at what colors of the walls correspond to what elements and what your each room needs in your house. Stuff like that will add up, and you will thank yourself. But really, that's like the general focus that I would say all of us need to be working on. The same thing applies to our health, finances, any legal issues, and obviously in relationships come again and again and again as a key reflection, as a key mirror to show us whether or not we are in alignment and doing all those things that we need to be doing. So that's the kind of energy which I would say, that's the kind of diligence which we really need to bring going forwards and going ahead. Now, in terms of stuff that's much more immediate, I just want all of you to be aware that the astrological body called Eros is doing a far, far, far too much, especially over October the 8th and October the 9th, and later again this month. A general, I've been finding myself saying this in year 23 quite a few times, and I'm wondering if I should put it on a mug. Impulsivity will lead to ruin. Whatever you feel yourself unnaturally drawn to or unnaturally attracted to, that doesn't mean it's your end all be all. It doesn't mean that's your destiny. It doesn't mean that's your prince, princess, or frog charming, whatever. It just means that there is something that is karmically trying to draw you into a particular path or in a particular relationship. And if you feel yourself so compelled towards something that doesn't even, that your free will doesn't even seem to be part of the equation anymore, think again. There's a lot of time where people have been going on exactly the right path that they need to be for what is clear for them and their soul's journey. And then something like this happens and they go, but I thought it was destiny. And I go, really? But it's the kind of time where a lot of those false contracts, false flames, whatever you want to call them, can also be coming out of the woodwork. So that's just a general comment that I want to make for the next couple of days. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Those are the key things that were on my mind. And hopefully that helps, keeps you focused bit by bit. Just stay on the basics. It's not always about doing some deep esoteric work where you go into that astral plane in this dimension and go and talk to that ancestor and go and do this to that. A lot of the time it's not about that. A lot of the time it's literally just being able to control and manage your basic 3D environment. A lot of the time that's literally what it's about. Go look at all of those old monasteries and temples and whatnot. They're not sitting and praying all day. A lot of the times they're sweeping, a lot of the times they're cleaning. And that's why it was so important. It's not just for aesthetics. So get into that, get into that, get into that. Patrice wants me to say it again. I'm going to say it again. Impulsivity leads to ruin. Do not jump the gun. Okay, that's what it's like. If that's a motto for the rest of this month. Don't jump the gun. Take your time, look at everything, and I mean really look at it. If it's for you, it's gonna stay there. If it's for you, it's going to welcome the fact that you're doing your due diligence. And if it's kind of sketchy, then it's not for you. See what I mean? So let's have a look at comments. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Looking at Carolina Walter asks, my daughter turns 11. Oh, on November the 2nd, day of the day in our culture. She's always been an intense one. Any advice? That's a good question. Someone like that, just from the little that you've told me, I would say give them the space and freedom to actually feel what they're feeling and to communicate it. A lot of the time there's issues come up when that person does not feel heard or does not feel believed. All right, Batwoman says, yes, please open a shop. Love that on a coffee mug. Oh, maybe that's how I'll make money and pay off everything I need to pay off. Sky Priestess coffee mugs. Tony Toussaint says, I felt that as well. I was recently contacted for a job after I decided to focus on my business. Nice. Crystal Incro says, I want a mug. Oh, God. Star says, hello. Cornell says, hello and good night. Cornell is the sweet kid that I was just talking to. He had his Pokemon and he put it right there. So the Pokemon was looking at me. So I had to talk to the Pokemon. That was an interesting conversation, but we managed. Let's see. Steve Sanda says, lately I've been seeking understanding about what makes me unique in my professional work. It's like I'm being asked to answer my why. Well, the unique thing is you're doing it. Nobody can do you the way you do. That's simple, but it's true. Unak says, thank you so much, good information. Stephanie says, yes, you're speaking truth. Freya says, I've always been tuned in. Thank you. This is a lived reality. It's not been easy, but I'm doing my best. Okay, let's see. Antonis says, thanks so much. Sounds so clear now. Hope I'll behave to some extent accordingly. No impulsivity, yes. Underworld, but no Persephone. Persephone, I don't know exactly where I sit with her. I've been thinking about her for several years now. And whenever she comes up, especially in a chart reading, it's usually where a person has a lack of agency. Because she's not choosing. She's not choosing if she's going to be with Hades. She's not choosing if she's going to be with Ceres. So, I don't know. That's not exactly a role model I find. But then again, especially in Tier 23, I slam these myths. I slam them left, right, and center. Whether it's Eros, Psyche, Persephone, Pluto, they're not exactly your best relationship models. Okay, so, oh dear. Tony Toussaint says, how to deal with the succubus energy. How I got into a disagreement with my roommate and she does not use reason. She is a narcissist. How do I live with her for the next 10 months? Okay, so you've said three different things. Does not use reason, narcissist, and succubus. They're not all the same thing. So does she have like all three at the same time? In which case, honey, just move. No, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Okay. Oh, let's see. Oh my God. Tony says she has all three. Honey, I'm not kidding when I say this. If you've got someone with all three of those issues, either you need to have boundaries of steel, and layers and layers of chi protecting you, or it may literally not be worth your time to have those daily microaggressions against you. As Freya said, run. I highly agree with that. I know sometimes that might not be possible, so what you're going to have to do is create a buffer between the two of you, and even that's going to be very, very dicey. I mean, it's so important to know who is in your space and who you are willing and wanting to have in your space. Okay, Cesra says, hello, Dr. B. Hope all is well. Love and blessings always. Thank you very much. And back to you. Vivi says, the urge to travel out of country is growing as I have been home for more than 19 months. That reminds me, I finally have a place to stay. I need to contact you for a session and give you a slot time. Thank you for the reminder. All things loved one says, love and blessings to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Twin Alchemy says, love your content. However, Psyche and Aerosmith is not a relationship model. It is the journey to know yourself. I agree it's not a relationship model, but people use them as relationship models, especially astrologers. And that's why I'm saying they are bullshit role models in relationships. They are terrible. If you actually study the myth of Psyche and Eros, neither one of them make good decisions. Neither one of them are really in charge of themselves. Neither one of them actually are working in ways that align with any sense of ethics. So even for me, neither one of them is about the journey into yourself. It's exactly what not to do. But then again, I tend to critique myths very, very severely. So when I see Psyche and Eros operating in a person's chart, most of the time that tells me where their subconscious influences, which they are not yet aware of, are kind of, doing the business of thinking for them. Just checking to see if I got any deliveries, which is great because now I have an address. It's so amazing. But then again, my view on this is very, very, very unromanticized. So let's see. Hang on. Oh God, I missed the comments. Hang on. Margaret Holford says, I'm in Louis. Oh, can you speak about the hurricane heading this way? Not really, honey, just because there's been so many hurricanes hitting you guys right now. Is that, hang on. Oh, all right. No. It is a delivery. It is a delivery. Hang on. Oh, God. I installed a doorbell and these guys don't want to use the doorbell. I don't know what to say. So I have to walk down. I have stairs now. I'm so excited. The place is still a mess, so I'm not showing you anything because we've got stuff lying down all around. And of course I have to do this whilst doing a live and whilst the cats Hang on, I need to open the grill gate. So, you get to see me receiving a delivery. Come on. What? The gate's not working. Here we go. Hi.
Hi. Good here, huh?
Yep, that's fine. Where do I need to sign?
Take parcel.
Thank you. New house. Have to buy new things. All is cheap. Hang on.
Why?
So I'm getting pillows. Pillows are exciting. Towels are exciting. So just give me a sec. The gentlemen have to finish doing it.
7.
8 kan?
One bit. Wait,
Okay. Hang on. See, my brother is supposed to go and get the deliveries, but poor guy, we've been having a bit of time sleeping because we've been worried about Lucky Cat, who's the cat who ate the soap. So, oh, I think there's a big one. Now, just so you know, I'm not super rich, but there is this service where you can buy a lot of things really cheap. So I look for deals that are like 70% off and whatnot. I think there's one more parcel. Then I can go sit inside. Hang on, I better count this. Oh, they got it. Thanks. Terima kasih. Okay, bye. Okay. I do. Yeah. So, which is me speaking Malay, which is the official and national language of Malaysia. Okay, here we go. Door closed, kitty cat secured. Whee! So yes, live in action. Sky Priestess receiving parcels. So, okay, so let's see. Where was I? I was doing something. Right? Oh, all things love one. Are you accepting appointments again? Yes, I am. Okay. Right, Margaret Holford. Well, I can't say much about the hurricanes just because it's going to be happening a lot more. I really don't think the land is happy with what's happening in the United States. I'm not saying that's the primary cause, but as a whole, Gaia is not too happy with us as a planetary consciousness. So that's what I have to say about that. Yeah, unless there are any further questions, comments, hopefully not on deliveries, but unless there are any further questions, I gotta go get to stuff. So I hope all of you are well. I hope all of you have some understanding of what to do. I think I would be making a summarized video of this. But, just for the people who are more for I need the hardcore astrological data, of course, you can just join Tier 23 and you will have more data than you know what to do with. But apart from that, yeah, I would say, actually, I do want to show you guys something. I'm so proud of this because I've never ever bought this in my life. I got a really good deal on a fridge. This is my fridge. I am so happy and so proud that I have a fridge because I've never been able to buy that before. And I have a fridge. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. Erin says Therius is trining my Sun, Mercury, and Venus right now. Shit. So it's very good to see you. Crystalline Crow says, Erin, do you need a hug? Yes, she does. Okay, Erin, then that really sucks. Just remember to have enough space to, do some stuff that makes your heart heal. That's very, very important, especially with Aries and Leo. And yeah, I would say that's what you need to do more than anything else right now. Have a lot of heart healing stuff, heart-based stuff. Try not to take on the burdens of the world for a while. And if you have small kids, pets, make sure they have a safe space to express themselves. That's honestly what I can advise at this time. Okay. The fridge is getting compliments. Thank you. Thank you. I am, when we came here, the fridge was rotten. You know, that's like, that's Darius in Virgo for you. It was absolutely rotten. The washing machine was stuck with 5 years of gunk because this house was unused. So I had to go in and clean it out. So I'm still trying to fix it. But yeah, I would say, these are the kinds of things we got to be doing. And Spirit tends to send me into the front and say, figure it out, and then tell people. So that's what I'm doing. hopefully, these are only just annoyances rather than anything risky. So when everything's set, I will take you on a tour of the environs because there's a very nice garden that people around here have just worked on. And yeah, that's about it. Take care. Very many blessings. Lots of love to everybody. And ciao, ciao for now. And thank you for all the well wishes. Thank you for all the blessings. And we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. All right? Oh, yes. And I made sure I got a damn good deal on this place. It's a rental, but still. All right. Ciao, ciao for now. Bye.